Oh boy, how much longer is this presentation? The only thing worse would be a PowerPoint presentation and a quiz at the end. Mr. Moritz has done some incredible detective work, but damn, that is a lot to process.
Except for my mom and me, this guy might have killed his family, my father, his mistress, my brother, and then he does a suicide number in an Italian lake. Go figure.
This is all somehow is connected to all the things we have gone through in the last year. Me being mugged, you being kidnapped, Frau Griswold being killed in midfire, the accidents on the job site. Somehow, even Eddie's sexual assault as well as Jira's automobile accident in Prague. And now he has somehow reappeared and repackaged himself as a financial wizard on Wall Street and then London. Good grief, Therri, can I just wait for the movie so I can fast forward through it? Can we just ask him to cut to the chase? To get to the bottom of it all?
Okay, I should do it. It's all about me, so I should be the one to tell him to wrap it up.
It will all be okay, I promise. Break time is over. Let's get back to the conference room.
Detective Moritz, you have done an outstanding job. This has been some first-class detective work.
Why do I feel like a but coming on?
Well, yes, there's a but. We have sat here for hours, heard some incredible tales.
All true even if I cannot prove them in a court of law.
Yes, well, that is all fine and good. But you see, we would like you to maybe condense your presentation, or just hit the relevant highlights, and then you and I can go over the gritty details at another time. That way we can let all the others get back to their work.
Humph.
Yes, please, Mr. Moritz. Thank you, Therri.
Yes, just the relevant highlights, Mr. Moritz. Mr. Janicek, are you okay with that?
Sure. I have nothing better to do with my time. It is of no importance.
Moritz, it has been a rather long presentation. Regardless of how fascinating, it is a lot to process. I appreciate your passion to your work, and the studious and very detailed report, but I agree with Ms. Beecham. Let's move it along, shall we? Well, I do have a rather intriguing PowerPoint presentation. It's only about 120 slides, so it should go rather quickly. I can hardly wait to see where this all leads. Maybe at some other time. Ms. Beecham, shall we continue?
Yes, Detective Moritz, but without the PowerPoint presentation. Give us a Reader's Digest condensed version, maybe with a couple of main bullet points.
Not a problem. No, not a problem at all. Humph. I thought you wanted to know all the particulars, but obviously not.
No, really we do, we really do. Please go on with your findings. Just keep it short.
Very well then.
Thank you. Let's hope it is short and sweet.
You want bullet points. Okay, bullet number 1. Robert von Wattenberg aka Robert Watson is your alleged mate half-brother Ms. Beecham.
Hey, wait a minute. That would be incest, wouldn't it? I had sex with my half-brother. Rudolph did too. Oh my god, that is disgusting.
Indeed, there is DNA evidence to prove it. Bullet point 2. He killed your father by switching out his B12 syringe and tried to make it look like your father's mistress did it. I'm dying. What is happening? Bullet point 3. With your brother's help, he stole millions from your family estate and hid it away in offshore bank accounts. Rudy Hoban, tell her you have never seen a financial wizard like me. I'll make you playboy rich. These old farts have no idea how good I'm. Through all my numerous offshore accounts I control millions, tens of millions, in dark money. Bullet point 4 He tampered with the brakes on your brother's car and killed both your brother and your father's mistress. Rudy was also having a relationship with the mistress.
Oh my god. Rudy, my god, look out.
The brakes.
Bullet point 5 Robert staged a fake suicide and then reinvented himself as Robert Watson. He moved to New York and made millions both legitimately and illegitimately. He moved back to London and continued to follow you, spy on you and slyly attempted to destroy you. In fact, he did business with and befriended your husband and even introduced the young gay actor to your husband that you found in your marital bed. He wanted to sabotage your marriage.
Damn, that was quite the bullet.
Bullet point 6 He has followed you to Vienna. He has a group of hired thugs who have been responsible for the majority of your most recent problems.
Damn him.
Bullet point 7 You Mr. Jordan were the victim of one of Mr. Watson's thugs. He was ordered to rough you up because of your business relationship and friendship with Therri. He wanted to scare you off. It had the opposite effect. We became even better friends and partners. Yes, he noticed that. Bullet point 8 He booby-trapped your construction scaffolding. When that did not work, he threatened Frau Griswold. When that did not work, he had her killed. It went wrong and he personally went to make sure the apartment was burned. That is where we found DNA.
That is awful. Just awful.
Bullet point 9 At the site of the fire we found a cigarette but with his DNA, which was the first clue he was a relative of yours. He placed some calls to well-connected people in the Vienna police to point suspicion on you. He hired a local TV reporter to spread false rumors about you in an effort to destroy you financially.
Well, he almost succeeded. It cost me a fortune in public relations blitz to turn the tide a bit.
Mr. Winslow, I believe that you had the unfortunate luck to come into M.R. Watson's sides. Bullet point 10 You were stalked and hunted almost like an animal. Mr. Watson seems to have some rather peculiar tastes in the carnal pleasures. Or should I say it was pleasurable for him although not for those caught in his snare. You Mr. Winslow were his unfortunate victim. The only positive thing from that is that DNA found on you in the motel matches DNA at the fire and DNA found in Italy.
Well, at least I have some answers.
As a final bullet point I come to Mr. Janacek. You my dear man were victim to a repeat of his trick with Ms. Beecham's brother. He intended to hurt you if not kill you with your own car and driver, hoping to make it look like an accident. If you died, problem solved. If you lived, you surely would no longer want anything to do with Mr. Jordan or Ms. Beecham.
He may well have succeeded on a point. I do not know if I want to be involved in any of this.
Sir, that train has left the station. You are involved in his sides. I would caution you to be careful in the days ahead. That goes for all of you.
But what should we do now?
That is strictly up to you, my dear. I've identified the enemy and his motives. How you choose to use that information is entirely in your court. Thank you for your attention.
Wow, yes, thank you.
How is this to be continued?